It's one half of Aberdeen's most iconic fitness duo. There's the other half. Stan and Gav put together a little workout specifically for Friends of Anchor. I've just been lying on my side for 4 weeks, so a special charity close to my heart, which has got me up and mobile off my sofa. Put together a little note section, so please do read that beforehand, just to make sure that you're working out safely. What you're going to need is your own music. Due to copyright, we won't be having any music because we want Facebook to keep the video on. So get your own banging beats in the background. We'll have a timer, but you might want to download your own timer app. Proper trainers, protect your ankles, protect your joints, and even surface to work on. Bottle of water, Gav, you got your Friends of Anchor one, always repping, and a workout towel as well. What we're going to do is at the Tabata workout, we're going to do 4 rounds. You might want to do 4 or 5 or 6 rounds. You might have not done any exercise for a little while, and you might need to start a little bit smoother and slower and then build yourself up, and that's perfect. Do that. The rounds will be 8 moves, 20 seconds work and 10 seconds recovery. We're going to build it up, so we'll do a level 1, then we'll do a level 2, and then we'll do a couple of rounds of level 3. So you can cater it to your fitness levels and the intensity that you want to work out at. If you've not done anything for a little while, like I said, just join us for some of it. Do what you can, celebrate that, and try again in a couple of days. You might manage a little bit more. So we're going to do a little bit of mobility first, just to get the joints moving. If you are fairly fit, you might want to use the first round that we do, which is quite a basic exercise round, as your mobility. That would be up to you. Let's get moving, Gav. So just start with a basic squat, sitting in and rising up. And then we'll take the top half in. So we're going to sweep from low to high and then start to add a turn. We're going this way. No, you're meant to go the other way.
Oh, hi.
So starting to get the back, the legs, side of the body on the work, and then take it down into the legs. So lunge down into a knee lift. One side or both, whatever you want to do. And then switch if you've only done the one. So using that front foot to drive out through the heel. Arms for balance. And starting to get the legs fired up. Then we're going into a walkout press. So we'll use the length here, walk it down, knees or toes, and then stand back up top. Gav's going to do that. I'm going to turn this a wee bit so you get him in full Technicolor. So starting to bring the upper body into the workout. That'll do, and then we're going to stay down. And a little mountain climber. Just walk the knees, shoulders over the hands, knees close to the floor, and ease that through. And then rise up. Little frogger, so feet wide, sink in and tap down, and then up on the tiptoes. So a little drive through the back of the body. And then I'll jog, kicking up the heels, lengthen the front of the leg, pick up the knees, and start to drive a little bit of intensity. And that's us. We're mobile, good to go. So timer starting.
Starting your top it up workout.
And our first move is a stagger lunge. So Gav's going to square, I'll stand side on. It's just a step into a drop and then rise. Chest nice and high, sink into that back knee, and then use your front foot to push up. And then hold.
Rest.
Basic squat. So feet just outside the hips, keep the chest high, Gav side on, check his back staying long. We're just going to sit in
Exercise.
and then rise up. Strong core, big lift on the chest. And as the legs get a bit warmer, waiting for a little bit more depth to then drive out. Perfect.
Rest.
We're into mountain. So back on the floor, and we're just going to walk the legs.
Exercise.
So slow start, no bounce on the back, no shift on the hips, knees straight down the middle. Slow and controlled, one foot then the other.
Rest.
What else we got? Step skater. So no impact with the start. From one side, sink down, get up, over,
Exercise.
and then drop again. So side to side. We're going to take you through moves that go down and up, side to side, forward and back. Really fire up the body from all angles. So start to use the side of the legs to push.
Rest.
Next move, box squat. So we're going to step forward into the squat and then step back and up. Step forward,
Exercise.
step back. You can alternate the leading leg, but again, keeping the chest up as we sink into that movement.
Rest.
Perfect. The walkout burpee. So we're going to drop hands down,
Exercise.
one foot, then the other, back up into standing. So drop, walk, wash your flower beds, and then rise. Watch for your flowers, eh? So Gav's got long back at the base, and then chest lifted on the top. Squat with a side tap. So, not too low, just sink in. Keep the body here, and let the foot
Exercise.
tap to the side. So what we're trying to avoid is this. Keep the body lifted. If you can go a little bit lower, then hold that down. Start to get a little bit of heat into the legs. Balance if you need it. Touch and tap.
Rest.
And then the final move is just to plank. So coming down, timer on, and just hold.
Exercise.
So the basic plank, shoulder over the wrist, lengthen the spine. If Gav's got a rake, a broom, it's tapping 3 points of contact: the head, the back, and the glutes. And then pause.
Rest.
Excellent. So, you might have used that just as your warm-up, your mobility. Some of those you might use as a regression as we start to now build the levels up. So, level 2 we're into.
Great workout. You spent 4 minutes 7 seconds exercising.
4 minutes in the bag.
Starting your top it out workout. Get ready.
So, level 2. Take the stagger out of the lunge. So now we're starting to drop. Step back, drive up through that heel, but again, don't let the chest drop. A little bit more depth, a little bit more distance, a little bit more power. This page. We're going to take the squat and make it a jack. So feet together, stand tall, come down, and then up. Now you can go small with the arms, or you can start to build a little bit of power on the up. Land the heels, sink into the depth, and then drive, land the heels again at the top. And then pause.
Rest.
We take our mountain climber and just start with a bit more pace. So coming down, and a bit more speed.
Exercise.
So with that speed, the body starts to bounce and shake. We want to minimize. So calf shoulders staying square, butt staying low, length through the back, and shoulders are not moving forward and back.
Rest.
The side to side. So, skater. We're gonna stay not super low, but stay at one level. Jump across,
Exercise.
and then back. Land on the outside foot. Use the inside foot to balance. You can use the arms to give you a bit more power. And if you want a bit more, lift that inside leg. Then hold. Long jump. So we're going to go side on. From 2 squat positions. Squat start, squat finish,
Exercise.
run back. So now we're starting to power forward. Using the glutes to push, catch, and then return. You might start quite small and then build up a little bit of distance. That's going to land it low and then run.
Rest.
Burpee. You can stay with that step or we add that little jump. So we're going down,
Exercise.
out, in, and up. The important thing with the burpee, get the shoulder over the wrist. Same as with your mountain climber. Shoot the legs back, shoot back in. You might find wider feet, wider knees, gives you a bit more support. Do it that way. Then hold.
Rest.
Pop squat. So we're going to try and touch the floor. You might not get that low. From your standing position, drop to stand, drop to stand.
Exercise.
Let's go. So it's fast. Again, the heels are landing, so we're sinking down, snapping back in. Heels are dropping on both moves. You might be nowhere near the ground. Don't let the chest come forward. Stay high.
Rest.
Good, and then one more. So take that plank, and this time we're going to lift the hand. So one,
Exercise.
and then the other. Now the key there, don't let the hips sway, don't let the bum lift or sag. Feet together will make that tougher to do. Feet wide will give you a bit more support. You can have the knees down if you need. Take what you need there.
Rest.
Good. And that's round 2. We're halfway through what we're going to do. You might want to do a bit more when you get to it. So we're going to ramp it up again, one more level. Each of those moves
Done.
with a little bit extra.
You spent
Gav's
4
cold,
minutes,
so we're only
7
gonna do a
seconds
couple.
exercising.
This will keep us warm.
This will keep you warm, Gav.
Starting your
So
time
we're going to
without
add a jump
Get
into
ready.
our lunge. Side to side.
Exercise.
Switch the feet. The key with this, it doesn't need to go super high. Stay low. Switch the feet quickly. Bend that back knee. Power through the front heel. Remember what we did before? You can have the stagger, the step, either of those. Pull it down a little. Good.
Rest.
We're going to take the jack and go up. So, little flick of the feet and a big lift of the arms. Up in the air.
Exercise.
Bend the knees, just for stability, support, but we're not coming right down into the legs. So tap and return, spending as little time as possible on the floor. Remember your options were to stay down or just do the squat.
Rest.
The mountain climber. So one leg is perfect. If you can go 2 legs, we're going to start that. 2 legs in
Exercise.
and out. Now it might be a little bit slower than the run. The key, we're not lifting, it's one level. Shoulders again over wrist, get in and out without bouncing up and down. Good stuff, guys.
Rest.
The skater. So we're going to aim for a bit lower and a bit higher. So from here, over the top.
Exercise.
Remember before, we stayed quite low, shifted across, or we sat and we tapped. You can use either of those. Gav's got a bit more height.
Rest.
Good. The long jump. All we're going to do to make that tougher is take out the little run. So we're going to jump forward and then we're going to turn and jump back. So jump in,
Exercise.
turn, jump out. Now you can swap and shake the legs out. You can take that little run back to make it tougher, stay in the legs. So when you turn, you're still staying low. Bit of distance, bit of power.
Rest.
All right, the burpee. Add a jump at the top. So we drop it,
Exercise.
and then we lift. Remember your levels. No bounce, stand, or take it back down to the walk. So Gav's got a little spring to get him up and away, and knees bend on the drop.
Rest.
Good. Pop squat, we're gonna stay low now. So sink in and jump
Exercise.
out and in. Make that as quick as you can without the body going up and down. So we're sitting, loading, legs heat, core locked, chest up.
Rest.
Good. And then one more. Instead of just lifting the hand on the plank, we're going to lift the opposite hand and foot. So opposites
Exercise.
and opposites. The key with this one, not speed. I want you to work slowly. So challenge your balance, stay in that length. Doesn't matter how high, the lower the leg actually, the better. We don't want the leg to be flailing about. Length, height, power. Then
Rest.
hold. Good, 3 rounds in. So we're gonna do one more round. Top level, power up, see what calories we can burn. Because we've got Easter chocolate to eat.
You've got some chocolate.
Great workout.
I actually
You
ate all of
spent
mine
4
last night,
minutes,
so
7
I have enough
seconds
left.
exercising.
Right, let's do it, team. So power lunge,
Get ready.
level's yours. Let's ramp it up.
Exercise.
So depth, power, and speed. Synchronicity as well, very important when you're a duo. And hold.
Rest.
Good. Air jack. Minimal contact with the ground, soft knee. Let's get up.
Exercise.
It's a long 20 seconds. Mountain, thruster, either. Then come.
Exercise. Rest.
Skate up and down. So sink, spring, drop.
Exercise.
You can aim for depth or distance or height or a mixture of them all. Side of the legs working to push and catch.
Rest.
All right, the long jump. Depth and distance. Sink it.
Exercise.
If you're gonna stay low and do the double, try and whip it round. Sink, spin, drop. Sink, spin, drop. Arms as important as legs to get you fired across.
Rest.
Good. The burpee, with or without the jump. Let's go.
Exercise.
Right, stay with us. 2 more. The pop squat or the travelling squat out and in.
Exercise.
So remember, if that becomes too much, work it that way, where you're getting the up and the down. You can stay, then stay.
Rest.
Shake down. Right, one more, team. Opposite hand and foot. Stay low, stay long. Last one.
Exercise.
You got it? You done?
Rest.
Excellent. Good work. So 4 done. You might want to add 1, 2 more rounds. You might want to build to that 4. The key thing,
Done. Great workout. You spent 4 minutes 7 seconds.
don't launch yourself into an intensity that your body's not used to or was used to a good few weeks ago. Thanks for joining us. We've got a couple more coming at you in the next few weeks. We're going to do a strength one where you can use just household implements, get a bit of strength training, and we're going to do some flexibility and mobility work with you as well. So we've got a couple more videos coming your way. We're going to do a couple of light stretches now, so stay with us for that. And once you're done, take a selfie, tag Friends of Anchor, put it on the Facebook, Instagram. Let us see how you got on, let us know what you thought of the workout. So a couple of stretches, just the big muscle groups of the legs. So quad, heel to bum. Pull the knees as tight as you can together. Some people can balance better than others. Little switch. And then hamstrings into the back of the leg. So leg forward, sink down into that back, foot, point the toes, lengthen out the back of that front thigh. And then change. The calf, 1 foot back, heel on the floor, keep the back knee long, sink forward. That's Rufus ready for his dinner. Switch. And then into the shoulders, across the front, one then the other. Roll it, open out, and we're done. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you soon.